It's kind of amazing to join a tech company where they say the culture is great and the culture is actually amazing.
I feel like people must think that I'm like brainwashed when I talk about what it's like to work at Airbyte because it's seriously amazing. Like the number one thing that I love about working here is the people. I work with brilliant people who are also kind and welcoming. And then like at a company level, our values, you can see them throughout. Like that open source kind of ethos is like present throughout the whole company, just in terms of like all of our processes are out in the open. Our handbook is out in the open. Our founders share super openly about what's going on with the company. And I love that piece of it. Yeah, it's been cool also to be a part of an organization that, you know, a little bit further on in the process has a larger engineering team, has some more things going on there. So that's been really cool as well to kind of hop in where things are really active and growing quickly and changing. And I was a little nervous, you know, because Airbyte is in this huge period of growth that like that would mean that it was going to be stressful or that I'd be expected to work around the clock. And I have just had such an enjoyable experience being with Airbyte. It's great.
I'm so happy to hear that. That makes me very happy to hear. I create a lot of content. I go to conferences. I give talks at conferences. So I don't meet with a lot of people in the company. It's mainly content, marketing, meet with people in marketing, etc. Engineers here and there when I have questions because I was a JavaScript developer for 5 years and only now I'm learning all things data engineering. So even I'm onboarding and ramping up myself.
Yeah.
It makes me really happy to hear that. In particular, you work in engineering. You're a
Yeah.
front-end engineer here, working in software engineering department, and to hear that you feel that way and you work in engineering at a hyper growth startup makes me really happy to hear. And please note for everyone listening, I did not tell her to say that. You just said that from the bottom of your heart. So I'm happy to hear that. I'm very happy to hear that. You talked about Airbyte, but now just to let's put on that microscope and dive down even more to engineering. So you work here as a front-end engineer, etc. How has that been for you? Right, not just culture here in Airbyte, but how has that been for you? Your experience working in the engineering department here?
Yeah. So currently the front end team is a part of our platform team, platform being like all things that are kind of the brains behind Airbyte, like the scheduling and the application that you interact with and things like that. And so our front end team actually prior to today was 5 people, and now we're at 7 or 8. The team is growing. Yeah. So, I mean, the front end team, I think the projects that we're working on right now are really pretty amazing. Like we're collaborating with the platform team and with the cloud team on bringing a few different things forward with detecting changes in user schemas and exposing the cloud API and supporting multi-region cloud. So I like being able to interact with different teams, getting to build those pieces up and getting to own some of those projects. One thing that I also think speaks to like our team culture is that we have a dedicated roadmap item this quarter to address some of the areas that we have some technical debt. And I think that that's really cool that while we're building all these exciting new features and moving forward, there's still that focus on tackling technical debt and addressing developer experience and things like that. We actually do the full engineering team does a quarterly developer experience survey. And then that survey turns into actual action items that are acted on. They want our engineering team happy.